Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about why most people stay broke even on good salary. So it's not about poor people, it's about people with good jobs, with good wages, who are still broke. And why I think it is like that, right? So the idea is that people don't stay broke because they earn too little. The idea is that they stay broke because their habits absorb all their money. So the first one, I've got bullet points like always, right? To remember, not to forget to say anything that I need. So the first one is upgrade trap. So lifestyle inflation. If you're interested in personal finance, as I am, I'm sure you heard about this one. So when the income goes up, right? When you have a pay rise, when you, for example, changing job and getting better money, that's actually better way of getting good pay rise than asking your boss. Not saying anything to do it, caveats, and it's not that simple, but the numbers, the statistics are showing. There was a study in US, I think, that was showing that when you change the job, you statistically are having better chances to get more of a pay rise, more of a raise in your money than from your boss if you ask about it. But that's just statistics. Obviously it doesn't work with everyone. So when the income goes up, you spending money immediately because you feel like you deserve it, instead of trying to live on the same level or just a little bit higher and channel some of those better money, some of those profits into your savings or investments. Yeah, so that's the first one. Second one is comfort trap. Oh yeah, this one. So monthly payments, right? Let's say you're making £1,000 a month, right? Sorry, a week. Let's say you're making £1,000 a week. So it's a good salary. In looking on numbers on median in UK, £1,000 a week on your account would be a good salary. So let's say you're making that much, and you're getting pay rise from 1,000 to 1,200, or even staying on this £1,000. Your bills are, okay, let's say you know how much your bills are. Let's say they are like £500 a week to cover your costs of your life, right? So you have £500 a week left over. So you decide, okay, I've got £2,000 a month, roughly, left over of money. So I can go to Tesla and take new model, whatever, Model X, Model S, whatever, I don't think they do them anymore. Never mind, but take some expensive car with payments, let's say £1,000 a month. You still have 1,000 left over, right? So it doesn't hurt you. But the problem is that you take in your future income. So you already deciding at this point, only for this £500,000 a month, you already decided that future 4 years or whatever are lost. Basically, you don't have this money anymore. You already spent money that you don't have. So yeah, and it's very easy because your payments are, you have still £2,000, you spent £1,000. Yeah, so that's a trap. That's a trap in my opinion, especially with cars, especially with consumer loans, like loan to buy, I don't know, new telly. I don't know if people do this anymore. I don't even know, new telly, never mind. Yeah, so let's say with cars, on finance, when you're overpaying that much, yeah. Okay, invisible leak. So no awareness. Oh yeah, small daily spending adds up without being noticed. Yeah, so the little bits that, for example, I make food to work. I make it at home, so it's healthy, so it does fit my gym regime. So I'm on like a diet, right, with number of calories and all of that. And let's say my friend who works with me, he buys food every day, and he spends around 10-12 pounds a day for this, and I am spending on my food maybe 15 pounds a week. So it will be almost 5 times cheaper, 4 times cheaper than he does. For example, smoking or vaping, right? I quit vaping and smoking time ago, so that was taking a lot of money. Since I quit smoking, I started doing food for work, right? So for my day at work, I've seen that I don't need to carry money. I don't need to have money on account. I don't need anything. I'm prepared for every situation. So that's freedom. That's a really nice thing to happen. Yeah. What else from this little spending? Yeah, coffee, right? This maybe you saw this infographic. If you would buy for 20 years every day shares of Starbucks instead of buying coffee every day for this time, you would have like $300,000 or something crazy like that for 20 years. And instead of that, you had coffee. So there are two schools in personal finance. One is saying don't spend on stuff like that, like at all. And the second is saying, the one that I'm a little bit closer to, if it gives you pleasure, if it gives you like this little bit of, you know, fun in life, you can't take everything out of the picture and just, you know, be like a monk and spending only on the investing and minimum on bills and everything. You need some pleasures in life, or it will be unsustainable. So, for example, I like my coffee, right? Oh, by the way, I'm with Octopus with my electricity to save money, blah, 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 electric car and all of that. So I've got smart tariff. Because of smart tariff, there is this Octopus program for free for smart tariff users. And every Monday you log in over there and you can receive one of them. So basically once a week, every week, for like last 3 years, I'm drinking at least one coffee from Greg's for free. And then I've got another two coffees a month from insurance that I took throughout, car insurance that I took throughout Confused, for my friend's car and for my girlfriend's car. And for my car, it was just from year to year, it's still with the same company because they offer the best offer every year, right? Okay. Going back to the time, so I've got like 6 coffees a month for free, and maybe another 3 I'm buying on my own, not always, like only sometimes, like today after the gym I've got time. Okay, going back to the thing. Now, next one is the later lie. Yeah, delaying investing. Oh yeah, so people trying to wait to invest for a long time, for better times, for starting to invest when the crash starts, or starting to invest when they learn more about this, right? They know more about this, and they find better offer, or they have more money, for example. And every month you're not investing, you're actually losing money. First of all, if you keep savings in cash, you're losing to inflation. There are only small periods of time that normal savings accounts can pay you more than the inflation. So your money actually is losing its worth over time. I'm sure you heard about this. So investing, when the inflation hits hard, prices go up, right? Companies on the stock market are selling their products more expensive. That means their balance sheet looks better because they make more money in numbers, and that means the stock price will go up eventually, because some of the people will see that, okay, this company is improving, is getting better, and that is the thing that protects you from inflation. And I think it's very important to remember to invest all the time, not wait, and start as early as possible. I started in the age of when I stopped playing around with crypto like crazy, you know, buying meme coins and stuff like that. I stopped trading forex and crypto and whatever on leverage. I think it was roughly 3-4 years ago. To be fair, I made some money on crypto that helped me buy a house, put money on deposit, but I recognize now after years on the markets that I was just lucky. And yeah, the best way is the boring way, and I can see it going back to the people who make most money, who make big money and are still broke. I've got friends like that. I'm doing average money. I'm not well off or anything like that, but I'm not broke. And I've got friends who are making 2 or 3 times more money a week than I do, and they have nothing. They don't have. When they buy a car, they go and take borrow money. When they can't even think about buying a house because they can't even save money for deposit. They waiting on some big hit, on lottery win basically. So yeah, I was like that really. And it's not how much you're doing, it's how much you're making. It's more about how much it stays with you, how much you will invest, what's your plan, and if you can sustain it for a long time. That's the most important thing on markets, long time. The longer it will be, the better for you. The bigger chances are that you will actually make some money. Okay, so don't delay investing. Yeah, and image trap, of course. Yeah, you know, people buy this stuff. I'm sorry for Apple users, but I don't know. Buying iPhones for £1,200, or I don't even know how much they cost now, but probably a lot. And I'm buying some Chinese phone that I will do the same stuff for 300 quid. I can break it at work, you know. I work in trades. I broke so many phones in my life. So, you know, smashed screen and all of that. And I'm not even worried. I've got separate account where automatically I set up that some of my money every week, at the moment I think it's £5 a week, goes to this, or tenner, I don't even remember. It's set up that automatically money goes over there. When I need phone, well, actually I use it for gadgets, not only phone, but when I need phone, when I will need phone, if this one will break, I've got it for a year now, it costed me 280 or something. When I will need phone, with this one it will break or will be too slow or something, I will go take from this money and buy phone for cash. Buy no SIM contract, SIM only contract. At the moment it costs me 7 quid a month with 50 gig internet. I will put link in description as well to this. It's ID Mobile. If you use this link, we both will get some money, you know, like always, you know, reference link, blah blah. Yeah, so you can use it, not whatever. I will put it in the description of all the videos. Yeah, so people trying to look rich, you know, buying those designer clothes, fancy cars that you go out of the dealership and, you know, straight away you lose like 20% of worth, and you buy it, you know, on payments with interests. When you're paying twice more for this car, it's just crazy. I don't understand this. The only way I'm able to understand that someone is buying car for with payments is if it's leasing, you drive far away, you have no way of moving around for your work without a car, and it's far away, like I said, so it's not like you can, okay, I will go with, you know, older cars broke more often. If my car would broke, I could go with buses. It would be 1.5 hours one way instead of 25 minutes, but I could go. I just wake up early and go straight to work with buses. That's not a problem. But if you work, for example, 50 miles and you drive in motorway, you can try with trains and all of that, but it could happen that it will be like 3 hours travel, you know, it could be too hard. So I understand then you can have car on payments and yeah, and just, you know, it's always working. You have always replacement car. You can, it's on a guarantee. You don't need to be worried about insurances or whatever. I don't know exactly how it works because I don't need that, and I doubt I will ever need that. Yeah, so that's the only way. I don't know if you have any ideas. Why would I want car for with payments? Like what are the good sides of cars for payments? Let me know in comments. I'm happy to, you know, learn something. I don't need to know everything, right? Yeah, so that's it. It's not about earning more. It's more about keeping as much as possible, investing it, having a plan, and you won't know how much you need before you count your finances, before you count how much spends do you have, where your money goes every month, yeah, and how much you're earning, and just, you know, extract it and see how much really stays you every month from this money. So basically budget, right? But you don't have to make it, I don't think you have to make budget every month. My girlfriend does it's budget every month. We have separate wallets, and then also we have like wallets together that we decided how much we chip in for, you know, stuff like different accounts for like mortgage or this on that, you know, like food, groceries, you know, and that. Yeah, so I think for me, like once every 3-4 months when something big will change, then you can make budget to check where you are, or even once a year if nothing changes, no pay rises, no big changes in I actually have to make mine now because it's April, so some bills went up. I need to check all of that. Yeah, okay, that's it for today. Hope you like it. Subscribe. I'll try to make more videos about saving money and investing and personal finance, how I am doing this. It's not an advice or anything, just, you know, different point of view. I think it's worth seeing. Okay, thank you, bye.